I'm going to be honest with you. Today we're getting a little personal, a little more personal than I usually get on here. So stay tuned if you want some details about pregnancy that you aren't going to hear anywhere else. Hello and welcome back to another video from me, Danielle. As of today, I'm a little over 32 weeks pregnant and I'm so ready to have this third baby boy. I just want him to be here in the world, and I also feel like my whole life is like put together for another child already. I'm sitting in the nursery, which is also functioning as my office currently, and it's a little bit of a mess. Got some clothes over there I gotta fold and put away. It's all the hand-me-downs from his brothers that he'll be wearing. I'm feeling good, and I'm ready to start this video. So a few of you have requested either on my YouTube channel on previous videos, which, oh my goodness guys, thank you so much for all of the love that you gave to my Amazon haul video for pregnancy. If you haven't checked it out, I have it linked right up here. I have another fashion video coming up in the next week here, all about how to style a bump. But thank you guys so much. I've really appreciated that, and I'm glad that you liked that video. But on that video and a few other ones that I've had, people have asked me some questions about weird symptoms I've had during pregnancy. I mean, you get the typical videos that are like normal pregnancy symptoms, what to expect and what trimester. But today, I'm gonna go over some that maybe you haven't heard of, or maybe you're gonna be like, I didn't have this in my last pregnancy. Why am I having it in this pregnancy? Because this pregnancy has made me have some symptoms that I don't know where they came from, but they're there. And, well, that's okay. Number one, right off the bat, one thing I did not expect in my third pregnancy, and really I guess I saw it a little bit in my second too, is how much weight I gained in the first trimester and how I just leveled off like literally at 30 weeks. So I gained like 10 pounds the first trimester with both of those pregnancies. This pregnancy, I almost gained 15 the first trimester. I was so worried and so nervous, and I was like, what is going to happen here? Am I going to gain like 50 pounds this pregnancy? No. I kind of just leveled off and started to gain a lot less in the second trimester, and then now in the third trimester I haven't gained like any weight. It's just kind of been level and steady. The baby's still gaining weight. This baby is literally like a 75th percentile baby according to the ultrasounds, which all my other kids were in the 50th percentile and born at 8 pounds. I'm like afraid I'm gonna have a 9-pound baby. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, the weight gain was just so fast, and I didn't feel like I was gaining weight that fast. But I don't know. It just, every time I went to the doctor, they were like, yeah, you've gained another like 5 pounds. And I was like, what the heck? Like, what the heck? Where did this come from? Don't be alarmed if that's happening to you. Maybe that's just something that happens with more pregnancies. You gain weight quicker. Second thing, which kind of goes along with the weight gain and possibly could have caused me to weigh a little bit more, water retention and bloating. I had a little bloating with previous pregnancies in the first trimester, a little bit at the beginning of second. Nothing like I had this pregnancy. From the moment I found out I was pregnant, so like 4.5 weeks, 5 weeks, I found out I was pregnant. You know, we were trying, so I was tracking pretty closely. I just have not, like, didn't feel myself. I felt bloated in my stomach. I felt really groggy, just really down. And I just kept bloating and bloating and bloating. Like, I look at pictures of me at like 7, 8 weeks pregnant, and I already have like a baby bump, but it's not even a bump. It's like a hard bloating that just wouldn't go away. And like sometimes that causes gas. You heard about gas in pregnancy. Yeah, okay, that happens. But like, honestly, gas in pregnancy just, it's normal. I didn't realize that this much bloating early on was like considered normal. It's like not everyone gets it, but my doctor did say it is normal. But I was a little worried because I'm like, what's going on? Why is my stomach constantly bloated? Am I eating things I shouldn't? Is the baby allergic to something I'm eating? So, you know, things I didn't have in the last pregnancy, so they did raise some red flags for me. Number 3, and this is something I had with my second baby, and it's kind of almost flip-flop this time around. I had extreme insomnia with really my first 2 pregnancies. Like, I'd wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to go back to sleep. With my second pregnancy, I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go exercise, run on the treadmill because I was pregnant at the same type of time I am now, so it was cold outside in a bad winter. So I'd go and run out downstairs and then do like 2-3 hours of work before my husband and my baby even got up. That was very strange for me that I couldn't sleep. And I was expecting that to happen this pregnancy, and I was like, oh, you know, in some ways it's nice because I'll get some work done before the kids get up. It'll be great. Well, no, that's not happening this time. I am sleeping pretty well. I mean, my kids do sometimes come into bed with us. That'll wake me up in the night, but the baby's not waking me up. I don't have to pee as much in the night, but I am just super tired, like all over tired. I cannot sleep enough hours to feel rejuvenated. So this has been very odd to me, is that I had been tired, like needing 8 to 12 hours of sleep to feel normal, which usually I can function off of 4 to 5. So I don't know. It is very strange. And I'm thinking it's just age. My body's probably a little more worn down from the previous pregnancies. I'm not a fan of it though. I would have preferred the insomnia in all actuality because I think it would have made me just be more productive. And I'm still productive when I'm up, but it takes me a while to wake up in the morning now. It really does. Number 4, teeth issues. So I have been having the worst gum bleeding and just pain and toothaches, awful things going on with my mouth that I have never had before. Cold sores coming out of nowhere. And I usually have like okay teeth. I have a lot of cavities. Like genetically, my teeth are more inclined to have cavities. Especially when I was younger, I had a lot. Kind of leveled out. My teeth are pretty normal now. My teeth pain has been just excruciating to the point where I couldn't eat some nights because my back teeth hurt so much. And before I'd go to sleep, I'd get really bad teeth pain. I have had a few sinus infections. I'm actually getting over like a mild cold right now. So maybe the sinus pressure has to do with that too. But the gum bleeding has been so gross and so nasty the last few weeks that whenever I brush my teeth, like they just swells my gums and then they're bleeding. I don't know why. It is really, really weird. But I've heard teeth things can happen in pregnancy, and I just don't want to lose teeth because I've heard of women actually losing teeth in pregnancy, and I don't want to deal with that. I'm not going to deal with that one. Number 5, and this one's a little pretty TMI. So if you're a person who's a friend, family member, just skip to the next one. Sex drive, which I don't like to talk about this much, but you know, it's something that as adults we talk about, right? I mean, obviously I'm pregnant, so something's going on, right? I have to say, in all of my pregnancies, my sex drive has increased. And I have a pretty, I would say, higher sex drive most of the time anyway. Eric and I, we do well. You know, we have a good bedroom life. I'll leave it at that. But it is off the charts. And you know, even the first trimester when I wasn't feeling great, it still was there. And it's kind of strange to me that in pregnancy that happens, but I guess you got a lot of hormones going on. A lot of things are happening in your body. So, hey, you know, I'm not going to complain about it. It's nice. It's nice that I still want to do that, even when I'm growing and like not feeling my best every day. But yeah, that's just one part of pregnancy that I did not expect. But yeah, moving on to maybe one that doesn't make me so red in the face and so embarrassed to talk about. Or maybe it is, because it still is a little TMI. I think a lot of people do not warn you about is all the things that secrete from you while you are pregnant. I am talking about sweat, increase in sweat, and just BO and body odor. I don't usually have bad BO. Until I had kids, I never had BO. Postpartum sweats, that's a thing. But also pregnancy sweats, that is a thing, especially at night. I get night sweats that I never would have expected. And then just things that, fluids that come out of your down there area, it's endless. This pregnancy has been the worst. I guess every pregnancy can be different. It just depends on what hormones are going on in your body. But yeah, be aware of that. It is very normal to have things come out, and it's not like you have infections or anything going on down there. It is just normal secretion. I know it's like a gross word. Normal things coming out because you have a baby. I mean, that's the one thing. Birth is not like pretty. It is a miracle. It is a wonderful thing to think about. But birth, growing a child, it is weird and it is a little gross. Here's something that I'm not going to complain about, but I think it is lesser brought up. Everyone knows in pregnancy, you know, your girls grow because you're gaining weight, you're preparing to breastfeed. You know, a lot of things are going on that are going to increase your breast size. But I didn't realize that my booty and thighs would grow as much as they did. In my second pregnancy, it was like night and day. I don't know how, why it happened. And in this pregnancy, even more so, the growth has happened more. I'm not complaining. I actually prefer to be a little more slender in that area, but it doesn't look bad. I just have to dress a little differently. And even after I had my last babe, I had to rebuy pants just to fit the larger thigh area, which with every kid, you know, you're gonna have to expand because you're growing a child in your stomach. And maybe because this baby is so big, according to the ultrasound, maybe that's why I'm expanding even more in that area. But yeah, it's just, you know, a little perk that I didn't expect to happen this pregnancy. Last but not least, I did not realize how dry you can get in pregnancy. Like your whole skin, your body, everything is just freaking dry. I know they tell you to hydrate your stomach for stretch marks, you know, your thighs, wherever you think you might get those stretch marks. I am literally dry from my face, lips, hands, everywhere. Just drier than a desert. It is ridiculous. So I have been investing in many lotions, trying whatever works, and honestly, nothing really works to make my lips hydrated. And then my hands, now especially with the cold weather and it drier outside, they are so dry I can just not feel good about my skin right now. I know that'll change. Usually postpartum I get a little oilier, which is very unusual for me because I do tend to run a little drier on my skin. But yeah, it's a symptom that I did not have with other pregnancies. I am just not digging it. It is really one of my least favorite symptoms of pregnancy so far. Well, there you have it. Those are some weird things I've been experiencing this pregnancy that I don't know. I know every pregnancy is different. Maybe you were having some of these. Maybe this will make you feel not alone in the world, because at times I do feel like, what the heck is going on with my body? But I hope this makes you feel like you're normal. These things that are happening to you during pregnancy, it's normal. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see ya in the next one. Bye.